Gonna start this off. Welcome to the show.
It's not bunch of fucking bullshit. It's not Shut up! I hate you so much. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Dude, I fucking hate that. Yes, we're getting things rolling on Things I Hate 27. Holy fuck, bro. I'm on my game. I'm on my fucking game these days. I have so many things. There's so many shit going on in my life right now. It feels great. I'm in a great mood. I'm pretty fucking happy. Everything is really organized, which I love. Dude, I already put out today's episode. It was already ready ages ago. It was like on YouTube as private, set to publish today. Fucking published. The audio went out on Spotify and iTunes. So it's like, bro, I'm ahead. Next week's episode, I just finished editing. So it's done. So I'm just going to fucking load it up. I downloaded Photoshop, okay? And I'm learning how to use that. I got a thumbnail for next week's episode. So I'm going to start putting up cool YouTube thumbnails. Not that cool. There's fucking links now on YouTube. I'm going to put on the YouTube videos links to timestamps to all the different topics that I talk about. So you guys can skip through if you want. If you don't want to, if you think the one I'm doing is boring, you don't want to skip to the next one, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine too. There's so much shit going on. Look at all the shit that's happening. Oh man, I fucking love it. Look at this little fucking cock over here. He's a good guy. He's a fun guy, right? Decor updates, round 2. I love the decor update. I think I'm going to keep doing decor updates for sure. I really like the idea of putting little knickknacks everywhere for you guys to look at and find. Maybe if I can contain myself, which usually I can't, but maybe if I can, I will put decor updates but not say anything. And then like maybe the first one who notices will like get a prize or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe. Just like a little prize. That would be kind of fun. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Could be kind of fun. The show is really fucking rolling now. I mean, I think my audience level is about the same, but I have a real routine for it. I think it's getting better. So hopefully you guys like it. If you guys have feedback, please like, comment, and subscribe. Fuck you. Fuck me for even saying that. But anyway, if anybody has artwork they want to put on the fucking wall, and I'll put it on the show, send it in if you think it's cool. I might veto it. I might tell you I don't fucking like it, but if you want to do that, if you are kind enough to offer me the chance to display your artwork, then please, I'm all for that. So if anybody has artwork they want to send me to put on my fucking wall, fucking tee it up. Oh, okay, before I forget, shout out, I was looking at my Spotify statistics. Shout out to the 2 Icelandic homies who listen to fucking Things I Hate with your boy Tom Murphy. There's 2 people in Iceland who fucking listen to Things I Hate. So shout out to those motherfuckers. Either that or somebody's using some kind of weird VPN setup or something. I don't fucking know. But my Icelandic homies, if you guys are fucking listening, you fucking confirm to me. Reach out to me. Hit me up on Instagram or on YouTube in the comments, whatever. Tell me that you're there. I want to know if you're there, if it's not just some stupid software glitch. So my 2 Icelandic homies, if you hear this, let me know you exist, baby. I'm sending out the message in the bottle. I hope you get this. My Icelandic brethren or sistren. I don't know if that's a word. Swing, swing, schwa, swing, swing, schwa, schwa, swing, swing, schwa, 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 schwa. I'm in a great fucking mood. COVID's tough, right? COVID's hard, and the recent double round of double action lockdown is tough. Thankfully, I was able to see some of my homies the other night. Had a few people within the restrictions, right? Had a few people over, and we just played board games, got drunk and shit. It was fucking rad. But the thing is that, and even actually before that, I was on my own on Friday. It's Friday night, I had a couple beers, whatever, suck my dick. And I got kind of drunk on Friday. Not hammered, but, drunk. And then I woke up Saturday morning at like 2 a.m. because, you get that feeling where it's like, or when you drink, you just, I always, when I drink, I often just wake up bolt upright like early in the morning or like late at night. And I used to hate it. It used to drive me nuts, but now I kind of like it, or like I kind of look forward to it. Even not even look forward, too strong a word, but you just get to be up, and you get to like do things and get shit done. And I'm a morning person already, so like getting up that early, I'm just like, fuck yeah, like let's rip it. I used to fight it and be like, fuck, I'm gonna try and go back to sleep. Now I just lean into it. I woke up, I did a bunch of editing, fucking chilled out. It's also like, it's really nice being up that early in the morning, because it's like, even when it's dark, it's like chill, and you feel like you're getting a jump start on the day, and you're like, oh fuck, like I'm up so early, like nobody is out doing anything, and I'm just here like cozy in my room, like fucking doing this shit, like living my life. And then by the time morning hits, you've already been awake for like 6 hours, like doing shit, and you're just like, fuck yeah. So even though you're drunk and kind of hungover, I still really like that. The thing that I don't get is I've gotten so much shit my whole life for people who are like, oh my God, you go to bed so early. You go to bed at like 8, 9, 10. That's, oh my God, you just okay. You go to bed so early, and it fucking drives me nuts, okay? Because the same people who are like, oh my God, you go to bed at fucking 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., they will stay up till whatever, like 3, 4 in the morning, and then they'll sleep till like 5 p.m. So it's like, okay, I don't understand the difference. You know what I mean? Like, you'll shit on me for going to bed at 10 p.m., but then I'll be like, hey, let's do something at 10 a.m., and you'll be like, that's fucking out of your mind. I'm specifically thinking of D&D. I had this issue recently, Dungeons and Dragons, and I was like, why don't we play in the morning? Because I'm not a fucking degenerate, and I don't like to stay up late, and I don't know, get drunk every night. I like to get drunk early and then go to bed early. You know what I mean? But then I was like, let's play 9 a.m. And people were like, are you out of your fucking mind? And it's just like, 9 a.m. is a pretty reasonable time to start something in the morning. It's when you start fucking work. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just kind of sick of people giving me shit for going to bed early and then like not being able to wake up before noon. It's like, you can suck my dick. Hey, if you want to sleep in, that's fine. But shut the fuck up about people going to bed early. So a little sore there, a little sore. It's okay. I'm fucking doing this shit. Oh, word. Waking up early from drinking. So I had some homies over last night, and we caught up. We were drinking, smoking. Smoked some weed. It was fucking great. And playing some board games, playing Catan. What's up? The classic, And then, and then everybody leaves. I'm pretty hammered. We had like some good food, we ate. But I hadn't actually technically had dinner. I just kind of had snacks. I was still like pretty full, but I was high, and I got the munchies. And the thing that I realized about the munchies is the munchies has this kind of good connotation. It's like, oh, the munchies could feel so good to like pig out and shit. Fuck the munchies. The munchies does not make you feel good. You pig out. I mean, maybe I'm saying something that's really obvious, but it's just like, last night, after everybody left, I ordered a Five Guys full fucking hamburger, a milkshake, and fries, and I ate that shit at like, I don't know, 9 p.m. Usually I eat, earlier than that. But anyway, I ate that whole fucking thing, and I just felt like shit. Even when I was high, I was like, oh, thing is, it's so good when it goes down. It's so fucking good, even if I wasn't high. But, I always thought of like the munchies as like this harmless thing of like, oh, just eat a fuck ton of jubes and it's going to be fine. But now it's kind of funny. The munchies kind of fuck me up more than being hungover from drinking. Because they just really make you feel like crap. I had this huge hamburger last night and all this beer and, and then if I get high and I eat too many jubes, too many chewy candy, then my fucking, I just demolish my teeth. And whereas like if you're just drinking from a hangover, if you're just dealing with a hangover, then it's just like, you pop a couple Advil, you chug a water, usually you feel better. You know what I mean? But I don't know, the fucking munchies, I woke up this morning, I was all gassy and like bloated from this fucking hamburger that I ate at whatever o'clock and a milkshake. I mean, look, I gotta take some responsibility. If you're ordering a fucking fat thing of fries, a fat hamburger, and a fat fucking milkshake, you're probably not going to feel great no matter what. By the way, too, like that food is so fucking good. Holy shit, I've been fucking with Five Guys heavy recently. I'm a bit slow or late on the train, but c'est la vie. So anyway, yeah, fuck you if you can't get up before noon and you make fun of people who go to bed early, because then you're a big dumb fucking idiot, and it's the same shit. And waking up early from drinking is legitimate, and maybe the munchies are worse than being hungover from drinking. The other thing I noticed yesterday, I woke up, after I was fucking passed out drunk, and then I look around my house and I have clothes kind of all over the place just from me getting undressed. And I realized you can tell how drunk I was the previous night based on the distance from pieces of clothing to my room, right? The radius of drunken clothing. The larger that circle expands, the more fucked up I was the previous night. And I'll tell you why. It's because when I get drunk or intoxicated, especially drunk, my tolerance for discomfort drops off really quickly. So as soon as I see something that makes me uncomfortable, I'm cold, I'm tired, I don't like the way this thing feels on my body, it's just fucking off. My clothes fucking off. I crank the heat up to 100 million so I fucking get warm. Whatever it is, I'm just like, fuck this, I need to deal with this bullshit. I'm tired, there's shit on my bed, just one arm. Fuck you, clear off my bed, go to sleep. So the drunker I am, the faster my intolerance for discomfort increases. The faster my intolerance for discomfort increases, or the faster my tolerance for discomfort decreases. Confusing. Fuck you. Okay, cool. But anyway, the point is, like, the faster I strip down. So yesterday I was like, or this morning I found clothes like in my living room, which is like far from my bedroom. And I was like, the radius is pretty large, so your boy had a good night. You know what I mean? Cool. A little bit about food, some food shit. Oh, I'm probably going to do a doubleheader episode today too. That's why I got the death clock out here. Anyway, some food stuff. Pro tip: buy green onions. Those fucking little stocky onions, that are the garnishes for everything. So many recipes have green onions as a garnish. And so just buy them when you go grocery shopping. Keep them in your fucking food thing. Anytime you make anything, just don't even take them off the elastic. Leave them in the elastic, and then don't take out one. Just chop the ends. Start with the green parts, not the white, and just chop off a little bit of the ends and sprinkle it on whatever the fuck food you're having. Bro, you're gonna up your cooking game 100. It's not gonna like make it taste that much better, but the presentation of it really affects your psychological mood, and like if you start your day with scrambled eggs, lit, it's a good morning, great. You start your scrambled day, your day with scrambled eggs. You start your day with scrambled eggs and a little bit of green onion sprinkled on top, bro, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good. You make yourself a latte too. So I told you guys, buy green onions, fucking keep them in your freezer, in your fridge, just sprinkle on whatever, rice, fucking scrambled eggs, whatever the fuck, anything. It's so easy. So pro tip. Then, I have my lattes on here sometimes. Today I got tea, so whatever. But my coworkers, I don't have a foamer for latte. So what I do is I heat up milk and then I put it in a blender, and it worked really well. It gives delicious foamy lattes. It's good. I would have it at work, and my coworkers would be like, "Where'd you get that latte?" I'd be like, "I made it in my blender." And they'd be like, "Oh my god, a fucking blender latte? Oh my god, that's so fucking lame." Like, whatever. And I was like, much like my frustration with the people who call me out for fucking going to bed early, I was like, the thing is, shitheads, that my blender lattes are fucking excellent and work perfectly. So you should really shut the fuck up, okay, motherfuckers? And I was pretty pissed because it's like, if I do something and the end result is good, but I'm getting shit on for it. It's like, motherfucker, I'll fucking show you that it's legitimate. So when I had these fucking cunts over, I made them blender lattes, and they were delicious. And everyone's like, wow, these lattes are so good. And I was like, guess what, motherfuckers? They come from a blender. And then they all spat them out and threw up. But I was like, yeah, fuck you, they come from a blender. So I fucking proved those pieces of shit wrong with my incredible kindness, motherfucks. Okay, bird up. Where am I here? Oh, I had to buy crackers recently because the fucking pandemic has got me so bored that, like, during the day, you know, I just need some stimulus besides music. Sometimes I even just get sick of listening to music, which is kind of crazy. You have to think about how much music you'd have to listen to get sick of listening to music with all its variants and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it happens. So you look for stimulus for your other senses. And yeah, definitely jerk off. But that's not what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about is your mouth and, like, eating shit. So I'm sure everyone's, like, snacked because they're bored. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I do too. But I had to buy crackers because I was like, holy fuck, like, I just need to eat something crunchy while I'm at work, you know, and just feel the crack and like, and chips kind of, you know, sometimes chips are a bit intense. They have too much flavor, like they're too sharp or whatever on your palate. So just like, I bought some crackers and I was just like munching on them. I was like, so like, it's come to this. The pandemic has forced me to buy low sodium Ritz, which was another thing. It's like, they put out low sodium Ritz. And I'll say two things. I'll say, first of all, fuck you for putting out low sodium Ritz. That's like putting out Diet Coke, which I know everyone drinks, but it's so fucking stupid. Like, if you want Coke, just have a Coke. You think Diet Coke is going to have, like, is going to be healthy for you? What kind of backwards fucking thinking is that? That's like, what's a good analogy? That's like radiation poisoning is really bad for you. But why don't you put on, you know, this like small lead suit and then just go, or not even, like, why don't you put on a fucking lead suit and go live in a radiation field for the rest of your life? What's the matter? You got a lead suit. The radiation's not going to fuck you up. You're like, yeah, okay. I mean, I got a lead suit, I guess, but like, you know, there's probably other things, like side effects from living in a fucking radiation field for my whole life, lead suit or not. That's the same shit as like Diet Coke. It's like, bro, Coke is not made of like the greatest ingredients to start with. You know, it's like sugar and water and then probably like some other chemicals. I don't fucking know. And so then the logic of Diet Coke is to be like, well, here's our fucking sugar water chemical drink. But don't worry, we put in some more chemicals to neutralize the ones we already put in there. And then they're like, here you go, super healthy. And people are like, oh yeah, Diet Coke, fucking super healthy. You know what I mean? So I think that's fucking ridiculous, but you know, whatever, drink your fucking Diet Coke. So it's kind of the same thing with low sodium Ritz. And the other thing is, that's what I was gonna say a little bit, low sodium Ritz is like, if low sodium Ritz is like a staple of your grocery list, maybe, you know, rethink your food strategies and maybe, you know, live a little. Give yourself a little leeway. Buy the full fucking Ritz if you want some Ritz, you know? Save salt in another place. Low sodium Ritz, I don't think it's going to be the deal breaker, you know, for your fucking diet. So, yeah, I don't know. Pick a new thing. Or if you need to go low sodium, then you probably shouldn't be eating crackers in the first place. You know what I mean? You should probably have a fruit, you fucking idiot, you know? Like, who needs Ritz crackers that badly that they would compromise their heart health or low sodium or compromise their health just to get a hit of Ritz? They're like, I need my fucking Ritz fix. I need this low sodium shit so I can get my Ritz fix, baby. It's fucking crazy. So stupid. If you want a Ritz, just eat a Ritz. And if you can't eat crackers, don't fucking eat crackers. Okay, yeah, so the sardine saga. That sounds like a fucking sick anime. The sardine saga. I forget where I was at with this. Yeah, last time I was like, who the fuck buys sardines? I don't know, you know, because everyone knows about sardines, but nobody that I know eats them regularly. Even like, old people like my parents or whatever, who you would kind of associate sardines with. So a couple updates. So first of all, when I talked about that last, I was like, who the fuck is buying all these sardines? Because grocery stores keep stocking sardines. So clearly people are buying them. So I was like, who the fuck is buying all these fucking sardines? So after posing this question on Things I Hate 26 or 25, I don't fucking remember, whatever. I go to do groceries. I go to the sardine aisle to get some other shit. What do I see? But a fucking kind of an older, not old, but like maybe like late 40s, 50 man. He's a bit pudgy. He's walking with a very directed gait. He looks a little bit sketchy, but not really. He just kind of looks like he's doing his own thing, And what does he do? He goes to the fucking sardine aisle and he just fucking dumps a fuck ton of sardines. He picks up like 8 sardines in his hands, and he doesn't even have a panier. He doesn't even have a fucking basket. That's in French, you ignorant fucks. Panier. Panier. He's just dumping them in his heart. He's got like 8 sardines. He's holding them like this, and I'm like fucking staring at him because I'm like, oh my God, there's the guy who's buying all the fucking sardines. I want to say he like noticed me and we had an exchange, but that didn't happen. But maybe I'll just make something up. Yeah, later. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, no, he didn't see shit. And I was able to like sneak it out and be like, what the fuck is that guy doing? And then he just left. And it was like, oh my God. Talk about mystery. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Last time I was like, maybe there's like a secret society of like sardine purchasers who are, discreetly running the government and pulling all the international strings. Maybe it's not Illuminati. Maybe it's like Sardine Club. And I was like, this guy is the leader of Sardine Club. Anyway, it's fucking stupid. So that happened. I saw that homeboy. Then my boss gave me a recipe for sardines. So there we go. The Sardine Club is, widening. She's part of the secret society. She was like, essentially just make some rice. And then what'd she say? Fuck, I don't even remember. I think she said to just put like fresh vegetables. So like rice, ginger, maybe like some chili peppers, some green onion. What's up? Maybe like mushroom. I don't know. She said to just keep it kind of simple. Just put rice and vegetables and sardines and just heat it all up. Make the rice fresh, maybe stir fry the vegetables a bit, and then just put sardine in. And frankly, that sounds pretty fucking good. So I might have to try that out. So I don't know. That sounds pretty good. And then speaking of recipes, I made pulled pork. I think I mentioned this last time. And I kind of fucked it up because, well, I made it and I was drinking a bit as I was making it. And so by the time I was kind of had it in the oven, I was a little bit saucissoned, as they say, sauced, inebriated, etc. But I like set a timer on my phone, kind of KO'd on the couch, and then woke up because it had to cook for like 4 hours, right? And when I woke up, it hadn't even cooked the full time. It was supposed to cook for full hour, 4 hours. I think it cooked for 2.5. But I took it out and it looked good. But I was like, wow, it's still supposed to be in there. So I just turned off the oven and left it in. Because I was like, well, the residual fading heat from the oven will finish the cooking job. But man, like apparently, even though it was only in there for an hour and a half, which again, compared to the full length of cooking time is the minority amount of time, it overcooked it. It was a bit tough and dry when it came out. Now, when it came out, I took it out the next morning, right after I woke up. And, it was obviously like room temperature or cold because I had left it in the oven overnight. So I like sample some and it still tastes pretty good. But the thing is like the sardines, it was kind of it was a bit too much fishy sardine taste. Because I'm sorry, the whole point of this is that there was the recipe that I used to make the pulled pork. In the rub that you put on the meat, it called for sardines. You'd blend up sardines with like mustard and like paprika, whatever the fuck else, right? And then you'd rub that on the meat. So I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, interesting flavor. So I did that, right? So I rubbed the sardine kind of paste rub on the meat, and then I put it in. Then I took it out the next morning. And I was trying, and I was like, oh, I think this recipe is like a bit shitty. The sardine taste is a bit too overpowering. Not too much, but it just a bit like, like would have been better if it was just kind of like regular pulled pork or whatever. But the thing is, I had sampled it cold or room temperature, which is like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Meat's meat, whatever. Then I pack it all up in a Tupperware, I put it in the fridge, and I kind of eat it during the week. But for whatever reason, I'm just lazy. Maybe I had a couple rough days. I was like, I don't want to fucking heat this up. I'm just going to fucking eat it cold. I don't know. I was just snacking on it. It's easy to snack on. It's like beef jerky. You don't really have to heat it up. You can just fucking eat it cold. It's still pretty good. And every time I was like, God, this is kind of like, it's pretty good. It's pulled pork. It's pretty good. But it's like, sardines a bit too much. Finally, I eat through the whole fucking, it was a big piece of meat, right? It was maybe like a foot long, half a foot tall. It was a big fuck off piece of meat. Finally, I eat through it all over the course of like a week, I come down to the last couple pieces of it. I cut it up into maybe like, 4-inch chunks. I come down to kind of the last 2 chunks of it. And I'm like, I'm in a better mood. I'm like, I'm going to make kind of a bit of an effort for whatever meal I'm having. I'm going to make some rice, heat it up a bit, whatever, heat up the pork. I fucking make the rice. I get it in the bowl. I get my green onions, right? I heat up the pork. I put the pork on the thing. As soon as instantly, I fucking eat the pork. Magnificent. Delicious. All the fat melts, right? That was congealed in the cold pork. It melts. The meat falls apart. The sardine oil fuses with the meat. Then it drips into the rice. Oh, delicious. The green onion. Holy fuck. I was ecstatic. It was delicious. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, geez, I'm such a fucking idiot. I've been complaining about this delicious thing I made for the whole week, when all I needed to do was move it 3 feet and put it in the fucking microwave. I was like, wow, what a fucking idiot. So, pro tip, heat up your food. Who would have thought heating up food makes it taste better? It's so fucking weird. Anyway, that fucking happened. I'm really excited because it hasn't come out yet, but I made an intro for the harsh rap lyrics, which we're going to do today. Oh yeah, baby. But I'm just excited because I made an intro for it. I think it's really cool. I think I'm gonna make an intro for some other segments that might pop up my show, and I think one of them will be, and I'm gonna try and do it right here. This is hard. One of them will be wait. One of them will be family time, and maybe I'll make like a little rainbow while I talk about my family rainbow. Family time. I think that'll be it. So yeah, speaking of my family, I just kind of to transition from food to family. I bought juice. I've been getting back into juice because nothing's good like a little sugar hit, to fucking perk you up a bit. Sometimes you're kind of pissed off, maybe you're just kind of like, I don't know. It's like, maybe it's like 11 a.m. It usually hits me around 11 a.m. or like 3:30. I'm kind of like, I don't want to fucking do anything. I'm fucking bored. I don't want to, maybe you've already jerked off for the day. You're like, I don't want to fucking do that again. Like, I don't want to fucking, you already watched a fucking shit ton of Netflix. You're like, I don't want to fucking, it's just, you go to the fridge, you get a cold glass of juice, it's just a good hit. It's a sugar hit. You're like, it's a step up from water. I love water, but every once in a while you just want fucking water elite. You want water pro. And so I got some fucking juice. So I've been getting back into juice. And I've just been buying like jugs of pre-made juice, like Tropicana or whatever. But then I bought recently those frozen juices from Concentrate. Dude, when I was a kid, I used to run through those. Like, holy fuck. There's a running joke in my family where it's like, Tom loves juice, which is like, bro, I have a bit of my chip on my shoulder on that because, like, fuck, everybody fucking loves juice. It's not that weird to like juice. It's fine that I like juice. I fucking love juice. I don't give a fuck. My sister, I'll talk to her and she'll be like, oh, guess what? Like, my boyfriend loves juice too. And for a while, I was like, oh, that's cool. I love juice. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, no shit, Caroline. Everybody fucking loves juice. Juice is great. Fuck you. So juice is fucking fantastic. And I remember loving it even more as a kid where you fucking love sugar. And I would run through those frozen juice concentrates. And I was hit with a wave of nostalgia as I got the frozen juice concentrate, like the Minute Maid, they're like the cylinders, whatever. First of all, when I was a kid, I could have sworn those things were fucking giant, those cylinders, and they were way bigger. Now I'm like, God, this is smaller than a beer can, you know what I mean? But the other thing, too, is I just remember, again, I was looking at the instructions on the food to fucking do it right. And because the container that I had, I didn't think it was big enough to achieve the proper water to juice ratio. And I was correct. It was a little bit too small, it was a little bit too sweet. But I was checking the can to see what the proper ratio was. And it was like empty 4 cans of water into a container with the juice. And then I was like, oh yeah, like what my mom showed me back in the day, because I would run through the juice. So they would, eventually my mom and my family was like, hey, if you're going to fucking drink all the juice, you got to learn how to make it, legit. She was like, okay, you have to take the fucking can of juice and fill it with water, and then you empty it 4 times into the juice container, the juice decanter. And then you stir it up hard, so that all the frozen concentrate dissolves into the water. And when I picked up the can, I was hit with this nostalgia because that process, I had forgotten like how intimate that process was to me. Like maybe not intimate, but like I remembered like fucking doing it so many times and like being so into it because I was like creating juice and I was creating something that I could then enjoy. And I feel like it was rewarding as a kid. I feel like it was a pain in the ass, but I just remember like being pretty focused when I was making juice as a kid to exactly do, 4 cans of water, no more, no less. And if extra water got into the jug of juice, fuck, man, I was going to get stressed out because then it would fuck up the ratio. The juice wouldn't taste good. And then I'd go to have some juice when I was playing my fucking video games, Need for Speed 2 Underground, and then the fucking juice would be watery, and it would fuck up my video game experience because I'm just trying to chill. Saturday, I'm going to watch my cartoons, then I'm going to play Need for Speed Underground 2, and my fucking juice better be ready. You know what I'm saying? So when I was making the juice, I was like, dog, no extra water. And then when you're opening, I remember like I learned to, when you open it, it's like they have those plastic tabs and it's like kind of plasticky paper and there's a circle for your finger and you slip your finger through the hole and then you pull the tab and it pulls the paper off around the circular top of the can. And after that tab is removed, you can remove the metal top and access the juice. The thing is, if you pull the tab too vigorously and you're not careful, it's possible that there is some liquefied juice in the top. Maybe it hadn't frozen completely. Maybe it's been sitting out a bit, If you pulled it too quickly, you would lose some of that liquefied precious juice and it would go down the drain and you would never get it. And you're like, fuck, man, I can't lose the juice. That's the whole point of this operation. That's why I'm in the kitchen as a 6-year-old. Bro, I'm not supposed to be in the kitchen. I'm supposed to be fucking having a good time playing video games, fucking around with my friends. You know what I mean? But no, here I am in the kitchen. What am I doing in the kitchen as a kid? My whole point here is to make this fucking juice so I can enjoy it later. So you can best believe that I was fucking careful when I was making my juice. Not only that, when I fucking emptied the whole can of concentrate into the jug, I would fucking the other reason that you used the can of the can that the concentrate came in as your vessel to transfer the water from the sink to the jug. The other reason you used it, one was for a measurement tool, but the other was so that you could scrape and access all the little bits of concentrate and the little, the runoff of concentrate that was left inside that can. So you could access every fucking molecule of juice and get each fucking molecule in the fucking container so that your juice was the ultimate perfect juice, baby, of all time. And then you fucking mix it with water, and you get the wooden spoon, not the plastic spoon, bro, because we're fucking organic here. I don't want plastic spoon fucking up my juice, right? I don't want plastic spoon fucking up my processed sugar. I get my wood spoon because it's like the OG shit. Feels better in my hand. And then I fucking stir it up. And then you best believe also, you think you're going to leave one little piece of frozen juice in that water? No, bro. You stir until you cannot see a single frozen molecule. You stir that shit up like this is chemistry class and you're about to fucking titrate that shit. You stir that shit up like this is, it's in a centrifuge in a lab and you're researching the fucking cure for COVID, man. You make sure that shit's gone and you fucking stir that shit up. And then once you've cleaned out every molecule of juice from the fucking can, once you've perfectly measured the 4 cups of water, once you have stirred your little child muscles to their brink and dissolved each little piece of fucking frozen concentrate, only then can you sit back and admire your creation, which is the frozen juice concentrate from Minute Maid. And you can fucking believe that shit tasted good. And it was super great. And I drank like 80 gallons of that shit because it was fucking great. And so, in summary, I fucking love juice. And it's a great thing. So, get on it. It's not that weird, Caroline. Fuck. Speaking of my sisters, my eldest sister's a fucking nerd. She's really straightforward. And she doesn't have my charm. But she's very straightforward and direct, which of course is fantastic. I love that. We're related. Anyway, with my homies, one of my homies started watching Peaky Blinders. And so when we were all living together, this is the frat homies, when we were all living together, he would just be like, "Oh, mate, like, you fucking what?" And of course, like, that's a big internet meme too. Like, "You fucking what?" And we just do the Cockney accent, just be like, "You think you're having a laugh?" Like shit like that, you call it dumb shit and just fucking around with your mates, you know what I mean? Just be like, "Are you fucking what? You think it's a fucking game?" Like shit like that. And we would just do it whenever somebody said something and be like, "Yo, I need to go to the store." I'd be like, "You need to go to the store? You going down to the store, are you?" And then everyone else would try to do it in their accent, so we'd all get better, you know what I mean? So we'd just start like this chorus of like, "You going to the store, eh? You fucking think you're a big man?" And someone would be like, "Hey, are you fucking big man, eh?" And we just pair it back and forth. It was just fucking good shit. So I was hanging out with my sister. I was visiting her. She said something. She's like, "You passed me the corn." I was like, "Pass you the corn? You think it's a fucking joke?" And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, she's just like, doing a British accent. She's like, "Why are you doing a British accent?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then I told her the story. I just said of like, me and the homies would do it sometimes. I think it's like, it's pretty fun. Like, don't you think it's kind of funny? And she's like, "No." She's like, "I don't think it's funny." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just go fuck myself then." You know what I mean? She was like, "No, I think it's annoying." I was like, "Well, I can always count on you, D, to fucking cut right to it." You know what I mean? Like, great to be here. Just a fun little thing. Oh, just fucking a bit of a laugh. Don't you think it's fun, D? No, I think it's annoying. Okay, sick. Yeah, you're real fun at parties, eh? Yeah, big time. So that's my eldest sister. Me ma. That's on an hour timer too. The death clock. Oh, fuck, it's gonna go off. I'm gonna get scared. Anyway, me ma, what a fucking sweetheart. Holy shit. Every time I call my mom, the first words out of my mom's mouth are, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky. It's so good to hear your voice." Are you kidding me, dog? Are you fucking kidding me? I can shit on my family. I can shit on my parents all I want. The truth is, I came from an incredibly loving family. You know what I mean? Like that was the normal. Both my parents, "Oh my God, I love you so much." It's just, it's incredible. It's great. And so, to my family and my parents, as I always do, I say, "Thank you so much. You guys are fucking fantastic. I love you all." But it's just, I called my mom the other morning, and she was like, That was literally her words. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky to hear from my son, and it's so great to hear your voice." And I don't call my mom every week. I'm not so on my communication game, but I keep in regular contact. I'd say I call her about once a month. So I'm not like a fucking piece of shit degenerate who never calls his mom, But like now I'm like, fuck, I should probably call her more because it means so much to her. So I think I'll probably get on that a bit. But I was just like, Jesus Christ, like what a sweet thing to say. Can you imagine if your friend said that to you, right? You called up your friend, like, and he's like, and the first thing's out of your friend's mouth, "Oh my God, Tom, holy fuck. I'm so lucky that you called me. Holy fuck, it's so good to hear your voice." Can you imagine if your friend said that to you? God, I don't know. You'd be like in nirvana. It would be kind of weird, but kind of really nice too. So I don't know. Maybe there's a lesson in that for all of us. But yeah, love you, Mom. God, that was so fucking sweet. So that was really sweet. Speaking of partners, because I was thinking of, my mom, my dad, and family and whatever, and D&D again. D&D is bringing out, a lot of social issues in my life. Had a dude in D&D. We made fucking plans. The guy's in Turkey, okay? So we're like, "Yo, bro, we'll play in the morning for you." Also, I wanted to play in the morning because selfishly I'm a morning person, but whatever. "We'll play in the morning for you, bro, because, you're in Turkey. It's fucked up, so let's play in the morning." I don't know, whatever. The time difference, right? I think it's like 8 hours. So we set up our session. It's going to be whatever, 10 a.m. Sunday. Morning of, guy goes, "Hey, can we, he's like, 'Hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to play for the whole session because my girlfriend's coming over.'" Now, I'm just going to preface this with, I don't know the whole situation with what's going on with him and his girlfriend. I think he might be in Turkey to like visit her or something. And so like, if that was the case, that's extenuating circumstances. And what I'm about to say will not have as much of a bearing or will not be as applicable in that situation. Having said that, don't break your fucking plans for your significant other, okay? Now, I don't have a significant other, so maybe, go fuck yourself, Tom. Fine, but check this out. If you break plans for your because, in favor of doing something with your significant other, for the sole reason that your significant other or your partner asked you to do that, that's not good. That means a person who should be very close to you, right, your partner, is asking you to break plans for your friends, which means that they are... Why is it bad? It's bad because you shouldn't break your word. You shouldn't break your word for anybody. Doesn't matter who it is, if it's your partner or whatever. If you said you're going to do something, then you should do that unless there's some kind of emergency. You know what I mean? But if it's just like your girl hits you up and she's like, "I want to hang out," like, no, that's a shitty reason to break your friends. So I brought it up because the D&D chat was like, "Oh, fucking girlfriends." And I think that's so fucking whack for one reason, because it's like, why don't you fucking grow a pair and like tell your girl like, "No, like, I'm sorry, I made plans, but I'm more than happy to see you in a couple hours after my plans finish. In fact, it'd be great." But also, it's not just girlfriends. It's fucking, and I don't like how it's like, the old ball and chain. Like, no, it's like, it's the same thing for dudes. If a girl is like, "I got to go see my boyfriend," like, people get way more shook about that. If a girl was like, "Oh, sorry, my boyfriend just called and I'm going to go, like, I have to go see him." You know what I mean? That's way sketchier. That's like, oh my God, are you in an abusive relationship? So fuck, the other way, it shouldn't be like, my girlfriend's around, I gotta go. No, what the fuck, bro? Just, what? That the person that your partner shouldn't be asking you to break plans with your friends. That's rude of them. And second, you should have the fucking nutsack to be like, "I'm sorry, I made this plan and I'm going to commit to it because I'm a person who keeps my word." You know what I mean? So I just didn't like how there's like this cop out of like, "Oh, you can just fucking bail on shit because it's the old ball and chain." Like, that's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, don't do that bullshit. Speaking of partners and dating and shit, guitar doesn't get you laid. Well, it didn't get me laid, really. The thing about me and guitar is like, I would usually play guitar for girls just because I thought it would cool and show off. But it was usually after we've had sex, because then it's like, check out this cool little trick I can do. And it's just kind of like, it's cool to show off a bit. And even then, I wouldn't play for too long. And I'm sure probably some of them were still like, fuck, like, how the fuck do I get out of here? But the point is that everyone plays guitar to get laid. But the thing is, like, man, you'd really have to take your career, your music career, your guitar career really far in order for just playing guitar to get you laid. You know what I mean? You'd have to, I mean, maybe you could just hop on stage with a fucking guitar if you were a real piece of shit. But the thing is, too, you have to have, like, zero self-respect if you were, like, because either you're going to learn to play an instrument, go to a fucking open mic. If you're going to do this, the most bare bones, right? You learn to play an instrument, you go to a fucking open mic night, you learn all the panty wetting songs like, I don't know, Hey There Delilah, and I don't know, Oasis, Wonderwall. You learn all the fucking bullshit, and you go play at open mic nights, and you get laid. But first of all, like, if you do that, chances are you're probably going to suck. So it's like if your whole point of learning guitar is to get laid, even in that in that situation, you're not, like, just playing guitar is not going to get you there. You're going to have to learn how to flirt and talk to girls and shit. If you want it so that just playing the guitar will cause women to come up to you and be like, hey, I would love to have sex with you. You would have to be like, Mick Jagger. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you'd have to go with playing guitar. And I just think it would be so funny if somebody did that. You met some really fucking famous musician. Honestly, I'm sure of a lot of famous musicians are just like this. They're just like, yeah, I just really wanted to have sex, but I didn't, like, want to talk to women. I just wanted them to be like, hey, like, I just want to have sex with you because of the thing that I just saw for like 3 hours when you were on stage. You know what I mean? But it's just so funny because everyone's like, yeah, I learned guitar to get laid. And I'm like, okay, well, you must be really good at guitar then. Because, like, chances are, if you take your guitar at a party and you're like, check this shit out, girls, probably you're just going to look like an asshole. And the girls at that party are just going to be like, wow, you're a piece of shit asshole for ruining this party with your shitty guitar playing. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was kind of funny. What up? Oh my God. Speaking of parties and girls. I was not always the suave master of my own reality, charming, perfectly put together person you see before you hear. I did not have my decor always so magnificently coordinated, right? My clothing was not always so fabulously wealthy and tailored. There have been times in my life where I have been a bit of a nervous Nelly, to put it one way. One such time, I was probably about 17, maybe 18, maybe 16. I don't know, somewhere in there. Fuck, my fucking legs are cold, son of a bitch. And I told you guys I had a tough time in high school. I was depressed. And I was trying to make friends, and I didn't really have a good friend group at my high school. I was well liked by everybody, right? And I was like kind of in some crews, and I could hang out with some people. But the thing is like, I didn't really mesh with anybody. You know what I mean? I didn't really click. And but because I used to ski race, some homies of mine, they were at other schools, so I would go and hang out with them a lot because I got along better with my ski racing homies than I did with my fucking high school friends. So I go hang out with them a lot, and I hang out with their high school buddies. So then I kind of developed a network of like friends at a different high school. And then somehow I got like invited to go with this group of friends to like a chalet or like a cabin on Mont Tremblant, and everyone was just gonna like party and get wasted. And first of all, like I was not. Like I was down to party, but like I was scared. I was like so fucking terrified because they were like, we're gonna go to this place without adults, and I was like, excuse me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Without adults? That's some crazy shit. You guys are fucking crazy. And they're like, yeah, we rented this place with our own money. And I was like, what? how the fuck did you do that? We can't do that, because like, I don't know, one of them was like 18 or whatever it was, whatever this fucking circumstance was, they were like, we're going here on our own. And I was like, what the fuck, on your own? Are you kidding me? So anyway, I show up at the party. I'm already tweaking out because like, one, I don't know anybody, right? Or I know them only a little bit because they're like my other group of friends. Two, I'm at this fucking party, and there's no fucking adult there. Oh my God, are you kidding me? And like, these guys were like wild. The people that I was hanging, they were like the wild school. I was like, oh my God, everyone here is so fucking cool, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was just like tweaking out, you know what I mean? It was at a point where I was like low self-esteem. I was just bugging the fuck out. There's a babe girl there. She's beautiful. She's still, I think, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my whole life in person. She's gorgeous. Like, holy fuck. I still think about her now sometimes, and I'm like, oh my God, the girl's so fucking hot. She was so gorgeous. It was flabbergasting. Like, holy shit. I think she lives in Toronto, so maybe I'll move there. Anyway, she was gorgeous. I'm sure I'm sitting alone. I mean, in my head, I'm sitting alone being weird as fuck. Maybe I was like acting more cool in reality. I don't fucking know. Maybe people were just drunk. Anyway, I'm sitting alone. I'm like, I'm weird as fuck. Or I'm just sitting there, Or maybe there's like a couple people. Anyway, we're sitting on a couch. Somehow, she comes down and sits next to me. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. But I'm not even excited because I'm just terrified. Because in my whole fucking brain, I'm like, this is nothing. She's not into you. This is nothing. She's just sitting here. Don't be weird. Don't freak out. Like, this is not anything. Like, just be cool. Don't hit on her. That would be rude if you hit on her. That would make her uncomfortable. Like, just chill the fuck out. Like, it's just, it's kind of dialogue, but then there's another dialogue in my head that's like, holy fucking shit. She's so fucking cute, man. She's so gorgeous. Like, you got to do something. Oh, come on. Like, just do anything. Like, it's just like that. It's just fucking panic and terror and nightmares, This beautiful girl sits down next to me. She starts talking to me. And I'm just, I can barely answer. I think I keep a conversation going a little bit. I can barely answer. Somehow we start talking about our birthdays or like our driver's licenses or something. She pulls out and she's like, oh my God, we have the same birthday. And I'm like, holy shit. Like immediately in my brain, I'm like, holy shit. We have the same birthday. We're going to get fucking married. We're going to have children. It's fucking destiny. We have the same birthday. Are you kidding me, dog? Like, holy fuck, this is it. This is my wife. I got to do something. I got to fucking do. And I just, I freeze up. I can't even do anything. I think I'm just like, oh yeah, like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, like, yeah, wild. And I think I don't know if she was into me. In my head now, I'm like, she was definitely fucking into me for sure. I don't fucking know. Maybe I had a good bearing on the situation. Even then, man, I was anyway. But I just thinking, I was like, dude, I can't believe how hard I fucked that up. Because like, if I went back now, not even trying to be like, oh, I would definitely get laid, but I would just like, my conversational skills, obviously, and thankfully, have grown so much more that at least I would have been able to be like, have a nice chat, you know what I mean, and not be such a fucking weirdo. And I just like, I guess it's a pretty classic, hindsight's 20/20. When you're a fucking teenager, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But I just thought of that example. She was like, oh my God, we have the same birthday. Like, how much more of a fucking in do you need than that? Like, that's a huge, you can be like, oh my God, we're fucking twins. Like, we should hang out all the time. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? That's just a great in. It's a huge in. And it was like, God just fucking served it up. She's like, here you go, buddy. It's all you. It's all you. Take a swing. It was like a fucking, T-ball. It's just swing, bro. You're going to fucking hit it. And I was like, I fucking can't. I can't do it. I can't fucking swing. I fucking so scared. Please, please, please. Like, it was just ultimate panic. So I really want to say her name on here and be like, yo, so like, lady, if you're in the hood, like, we got the same birthday. So like, hit me up. But I can't because I haven't talked to her in like 10 years or more. Hilarious. Anyway, yeah, so that was great. I had a dating app relapse, but I'm hesitant to call it that because frankly, it's been pretty okay. And I met this really nice girl, and we went on a couple dates. And I just thought it was funny because, like, I'm almost 30 now. I'm gonna be 30 in June. Dog. This girl's the same age as me, so she comes over. My mom a while ago, as she's kind of getting rid of a lot of shit that's just been in storage for a while, and she gave me and my sisters for Christmas all of our baby shoes. She had some baby shoes set up, and it's like cute, whatever. I have it on this dresser in my front hall because it's like, I have pictures of my family, so I just put it there. So she comes in, and she's like, she's just checking out. I'm giving her the tour, and then she's like, she looks at the baby shoes, and she kind of like takes a beat, like a quick pause, and she asks, whose shoes are these? Which is, you can hear the intent behind the way she asked the question. You know what I mean? She didn't say, oh, look at these cute shoes, which is different. She said, whose shoes are these? In other words, whose shoes do these belong to? In other words, my assumption is that these shoes are currently being actively worn by a child. I want to know what child wears them. And so I didn't even look up, and I was like, oh, they're my kids. And she was like, to her credit, she was like, oh, cool. And she was like, yeah, cool. And then I was just like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. And she's like, thank fucking God. You know what I mean? Not to say, look, if you have a kid, whatever, it's fucking fine. It was just like clearly in the moment, would have been pretty shook. I think it was pretty fair because up until that point, I hadn't mentioned anything about having a kid, obviously, because I don't fucking have a kid. So if you came to my house and you saw these baby shoes and you were like, oh, like you have a child that you haven't spoken about, like that would be pretty funny. So, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's an esthetician, and I was like, I always grill her about shit because it's like, she has to do Brazilians, so it's like, whoa, that's fucking wild. She was telling me Brazilians, I didn't know this. You have to fucking like manhandle the genitals, right? Because like when you get a Brazilian, for a man or a female, some dudes get Brazilians. It's 2021, fuckface, okay, When you get a Brazilian, skin, right? Skin is fucking stretchy. It's stretchy. It's not rigid. So if you were to pull the wax, this is mostly for the guys. I'm sure all the fucking girls know what I'm talking about. But anyway, when you pull the wax off, this wax strip, if the skin is not taut, then the skin will be pulled with it, and it will like, instead of yanking the hair out, it will pull all your kind of skin and muscle up with it. You know what I mean? So what you have to do as an esthetician is you kind of have to like grip the skin and the genitalia in such a way so that the skin and muscle is taut, so that when you pull, there's no slack in the skin. So it just like pulls and rips off clean instead of pulling the skin with it. You pull, and as you pull up, it's pulling the hairs out, and the strip comes off the skin. So I just thought that was interesting. But then also what you saw was like, we were talking about guys and girls and getting, Brazilians, whatever. And she was like, I have some friends that, she was like, I don't do guy Brazilians. And I was like, it's pretty fucking fair. It's whatever. Kind of gross. I'm sure there's a lot of pervos who go. But if you get it, that's cool. But anyway, she's like, I just don't do it. It's a lot. I could get how like a girl doing male Brazilians, that'd be a lot of dick. It's just a lot. Sensory overload. She's like, some of my friends used to do them. And I was like, oh, really? Why did they stop? And she's like, well, because some dudes came on them. I'm fascinated now. By now, I'm like edge of my seat, right? So I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? And she's like, it wasn't really a sexual thing. I mean, it was clearly, but she's like, it's not like, it wasn't a happy ending, first of all. It wasn't that kind of esthetician. And it wasn't like, the way she told it, she was telling a story secondhand. So, of course, there's gaps in the information. But the way she told it to me is that it wasn't like it was kind of a sexual caress that made it, an accidental, unintentional sexual caress. Like maybe when they were like handling the dick or whatever. She said it was like at a point in the treatment when it was not really like sexy. Not that getting a Brazilian is, well, anyway. But she was like, it wasn't really like a sexual, they didn't grab the dick by my, I like to think that it was right as they ripped off the wax. And they ripped off the wax, and the dude was just like, oh, God. It was just fucking not it. Anyway, so that happened, and apparently that happens to some men. So, if you're a female esthetician, or if you're a dude esthetician too, and you're doing male Brazilian, just heads up, because, you might have to dodge a bullet every once in a while. So, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, dog. Are we going to have time? What time is it? Oh, fuck. This is going to go off, like, immediately. Shit. Oh, my baby. We got to do the... Oh, fuck. I'm so hungry. Holy shit. I'm just going to turn it... Oh, the alarm's off. Yeah, okay. There we go. It would have gone off. This is perfect timing, though, so whatever. Holy fuck. I'm starving. I'm going to eat after this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Harsh rap lyrics. So, it's time for...
Harsh rap lyrics.
Sick, tight. Okay, cool. So, on Harsh Rap Lyrics today, we have DJ Muggs and Rock Marciano with their track, Shit I'm On. I'm just going to play the clip from it because, I don't want to get fucked by YouTube or anything. So, I'm going to play it here, and then I'll put it in. Here's the clip.
Derringer's close by. I feel like I'm John Derringer. All my clothes is Italian cut. Only fuck with bitches if they down to fuck.
What's up? Maybe you caught it. Maybe you didn't. If you didn't, he says, all my clothes be Italian cut. Only fuck with bitches who down to fuck. Only fuck with bitches who down to fuck. Now, clearly an easy contender for harsh rap lyrics because it's like, holy fuck. Taking misogyny and rap to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? There are countless examples of the treatment of women in rap as poor. There are countless examples of poor treatment of women in rap. But again, I just thought this one was just so on the nose. It's like kind of like the guitar asshole who's learning to play guitar for music. Like, dog, you only fuck with women who are trying to fuck you? That's it? You don't have any other woman in your life? Imagine that was just like his filter. He's just walking around. He's like, what's up? You trying to fuck? And she was like, I don't know, maybe. He's like, get the fuck out of my face. I only fuck with bitches who know they're going to fuck me. It's like, Jesus, that's a hell of a filter, dog. You probably won't meet a lot of women if you filter that way. You'll definitely meet a couple because, you're a fucking hardcore rap. I mean, it's good if you're trying to reduce the amount of time you spend talking to women, but it's just like, Jesus, I might fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. You got to know that you're going to fuck me on sight. I only fuck with bitches who's down to fuck. That's it. I don't fuck with anybody else. I don't talk to fucking my mom. I don't talk to my sister. I don't fucking, if the clerk at the store is a woman, I don't fucking buy my food. Because she's not, I don't know if she's down to fuck. She might be. But, I don't fucking know. So... It's a harsh filter. And that was
Harsh Rap Lyrics.
Fucking lit. So lit. Great. Might do a doubleheader today. Definitely have enough shit to do one. I just don't know if I don't know if I have enough time to record a second episode today, but got another one in the bank. Holy fuck, y'all. I'm getting better at this and I'm having a fucking good time. This is a blast. Fucking hit me up, Instagram. I don't really go on Twitter. You can fucking DM me on Instagram if you want to fucking say some shit to me. Fucking write in the comments. Whatever you want, dog. I'm on TikTok. It's Tom DL Murphy everywhere. Fuck with me. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Bye.